Hi and welcome to Meet the Professionals. This is a series where I sit down with various people from various industries to find out a bit more about what they do. Today I am sat with Nadine, who works at nDreams. Hi Nadine.
Hi.
So Nadine, could we start off by you telling us your job title and just an overview of what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm the business development manager at nDreams. Like you said, we are a virtual reality games developer, and I'm basically responsible for bringing our titles to market, as well as seeking new business opportunities with other partners.
Okay, so what kind of tasks are you sort of doing day to day? What sort of projects have maybe you been working on at the moment? Sort of what's a normal day like for you?
Yeah, so to be honest, no 2 days are really the same. I mean, what I do on a daily basis is check my emails and also catch up on industry news. Really important to kind of keep up to date with this fast moving industry.
Yeah.
And yeah, besides that, I'm often in meetings with existing partners or new clients, or have regular team catch ups. And just recently, we've been working on our new title, Phantom Covert Ops, which is actually coming out on Thursday this week.
Wow. Nice. Okay. What would you say is the most exciting part of your job, or what do you enjoy the most about what you do?
I think what I enjoy the most is kind of the challenge to identify new market opportunities
Yeah.
early on, especially because then we can be the first developer to approach a new partner and come up with really creative ideas.
Mhm.
The other thing I really enjoy is the traveling aspect of my job.
Oh, nice.
So I get to attend quite a few industry events, and it's great to meet new people and partners and exchange experience.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. What is your office environment like? Is it sort of, because obviously within nDreams there are lots of different departments. Are you sort of, is there a lot of communication across them? Are you in sort of a shared space? What's that like?
Yeah, so I'm actually part of a small team. I'm part of the publishing team. We're just 7 people.
Okay.
However, there are over 100 people in the office, and we've got 2 office floors, and both are open plan. So it's a great way to communicate and interact with other teams.
Yeah. Okay. What sort of skills would you say someone in your position would need, Nadine, to sort of work as a business manager and kind of do the work that you do?
I think definitely communication skills is very important,
Yeah.
and being able to get on with people at all levels. I think as well, because it's quite a fast moving environment, you have to be level headed and be able to deal with the pressure.
Yeah.
There are a lot of deadlines.
Mhm.
But then, you work in a team, so you're all in it together, and yeah, it makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. What project or what part of your job are you most proud of? Maybe something you've worked on, or as a team collaboration or something like that. What are you most proud of doing?
The one thing that springs to mind is where I had to, or where I identified a new market opportunity for one of our best-selling titles,
Oh,
called
wow.
Tutti Frutti.
Yeah.
So basically, we brought Tutti Frutti to the out-of-home entertainment sector.
Mhm.
And for that, we created a bespoke version of the game to make it more intuitive for new people to VR.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I'm really proud of that, because now you can go into any arcade, any of the 400 arcades actually, and play the game.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it won the an award for the best VR arcade game last year. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely something to be a big achievement and sort of to have that much scope as well. It was amazing. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you always worked in the game industry or have you sort of worked your way up through different things, or has it always been just sort of focusing on games?
Yeah, so my background has always been kind of the sales side, but I was quite lucky because I actually fell into the games industry.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's opened up massive opportunities for me to become a business development manager. But certainly, I think my qualification has helped in that respect. I guess with most jobs, you kind of learn on the job.
Yeah.
You know, whilst your qualifications are beneficial to kind of understand business processes, the games industry is so fast moving, so there are always new processes to learn on the job.
Yeah. Okay. And what is your qualification in?
So I've got a qualification in sales.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then you sort of use that to kind of focus it into a games arena, which is really nice. Cool.
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you give to someone, Nadine, who is thinking about possibly joining the gaming industry and not quite sure what they're going to do, or perhaps is looking, they've worked in sales and want to follow the similar route that you have? What piece of advice would you give them?
I think that definitely get a qualification. You know, it will help you gain some broader knowledge. And then in terms of getting into the industry, there are lots of events actually, and lots of companies that are willing to help, younger people to get into the industry.
Yeah.
So for example, there's a Women in Games conference, or a We Make Games meetup on a regular basis that anyone can just join, tag along, meet people from the industry, and just get their name out there, and maybe even their feet into the industry.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned Women in Game conference there. Have you found sort of from your time working in the game industry, because generally you sort of think gaming boys, it's very male orientated, but do you still feel that's the case, or is sort of times changing and it's definitely becoming more diverse?
Yeah, I think it's definitely becoming more diverse. There are a lot of things that are happening in that field to really promote women in games as well, and promote diversity, which is really nice to see. So yeah, this old cliche is definitely gradually going away.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Nice. Okay, one last question for you, Nadine. Where do you see the gaming industry, the gaming industry, but also your role within that in 5 to 10 years' time? Do you see it changing much, evolving, adapting?
Definitely. I think there would be a lot more investment going into the games industry,
Yeah.
from big corporations like headset manufacturers to even movie companies. And I think with that, we'll see new headsets coming out, new iterations, and also the price point coming down of headsets, which is really important for, the VR industry to become mass market. But I think as well, whether it's the gaming sector or the more enterprise sector, the one really important thing is that you need games to leverage those hardware to really drive that adoption and engagement. So I think from our point of view, our roles will only become bigger and more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see games with much bigger budgets coming out.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about how the gaming industry, I think it's as big, if not bigger, than the movie industry and all these kind of things. It's massive, isn't it? There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential.
Yeah, nice. Okay, well, Nadine, thank you for chatting today. That was really good. We've spoken to a couple members of the nDreams team, and it's really interesting to see how sort of you're working together within the same company, but there's so many different roles and opportunities. So I think, if someone's interested in games, there's a lot of scope for them to kind of find what they're interested in, which is really nice. Cool. Guys, if you have any questions, just pop them in the comments and we will get back to you. But until then, thank you for watching.